Sir, yes, sir, man. We live and we back. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. I am your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose Man. Here today on this Monday morning, bringing you my Monday morning QB series, man. Just reviewing my best lineup from the Sunday main slate on Draftkings. So that's what we're going to get into for y'all, man. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Definitely everybody hit that like button. Turn the notification bell on so you can be here rocking with me when the videos drop, all right? Whew, yesterday it was a rough one. Man, raise your hand if you took a beating like I did yesterday. It was a rough one, man. If you didn't have that Seahawks Lions stack, it was over with for you. Listen, man, when I'm only building you can't play everybody, and you especially can't play everybody when you only building 20 lineups, man. It was never. Yesterday was a day I never can win because I'm not getting a Geno and I'm not getting a Jared Goff on that slate. I had my QBs laid out. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I switched from. I tweeted out Sunday morning, no Trevor Lawrence, go Justin Herbert. So we moved away from that Philly game just because I didn't like how the total dropped 4 points on there, and I didn't like how the game was trending towards the downside. It was still weather concerns. With the weather concerns and the point total dropping by 4 points like that, I just wanted to move off that game, so I tweeted out, go Justin Herbert, and that's what we did. That actually ended up being my best lineup yesterday, so that's what we have here. This is the $1.20 max. I put up 170 right here, man, with a zero. With a zero, right? Here we go. All right, so best lineup, 170. Went with the Chargers stack. Like I said, I moved from Trevor Lawrence to Justin Herbert. Just thought this game wasn't getting any attention, and I know the Chargers have struggled, but they're expected to be a better offense than what we've been seeing, especially with the way they finished last year and how they performed last year. I expected offense to get it going here, and it was playing against the Houston Texans team who has been outperforming. Like everybody thought they'd be a lot worse than they were, so they've been playing a lot better this season. So I thought that could push the Chargers a little bit and lead them to score a little more, especially in a game that they had to win. Now the Chargers could not lose another one, so that's why we went to Justin Herbert. Stacked him up with Mike Williams here, especially with no Keenan Allen sitting out over there. I went Mike Williams, but I thought Everett was a good cheap tight end pivot. One the tight end you needed. Definitely needed Hawkinson. Should have found an extra $100 and got the Hawkinson, but paired Everett and Williams with Herbert. They did nice, man. Okay, the Chargers put up 34 points, but like I said, nothing was that Seattle-Detroit game, man. Got Herbert at 6%, had Mike Williams at 6%, and got Everett down here at 4%. Very solid games from them. Needed bigger performances on yesterday. Herbert finally looked pretty decent. I don't know if it was just a combination of him playing better or just the Houston defense not being that good, but either way, still solid there. As you can see, man, I told you it wasn't going to be for me to win yesterday. I had pieces of the Detroit and Seattle game, but not the quarterbacks, and I definitely didn't full stack. I like the running backs. I had Lockett in a few spots. I had Metcalf in a few spots, and I had Hawkinson on like one lineup. But, yeah, so I had the running backs from that matchup. Everybody performed. Everybody. Listen, man, and was it me just yesterday, or was everybody was every QB scoring rushing touchdowns except for the running QBs? I mean, Jacoby Brissett running them in, Daniel Jones stealing touchdown from Saquon. Then Geno, man, everybody wanted to rush. Every QB wanted to rush for a TD yesterday except for the rushing QBs. It was crazy, but had those two running backs, Jamal Williams and Rashad Penny. Y'all know I talked up them on my video, so you know I was heavy on them running backs. Rashad Penny definitely crushed yesterday. One of the best point per dollar performance. Him and T.J. Hawkinson yesterday was. If you had them in your lineup together, you was money, man. You was printing 4,941 with them bigger returns they had. Those solid plays. Jamal Williams came at 35%. Got a lower on Penny at 11% here. See, and I actually ran it back with the Seattle defense. The game script I went with here, especially with the Detroit Lions losing two of their top offensive performers, I thought this could be a game where Seattle got up handily, and you know Pete Carroll don't mind running the ball. So I went with Penny here. And I paired him with the defense because I could see. I thought Seattle would get ahead in this game by a couple scores and just try to run it and then run it in, and run it out with the lead here. But it didn't work out, man. It was actually a shootout. It was a straight shootout. Like I said, everybody. That was a game to have. If you had Seattle, Detroit, you was in the money yesterday. I didn't. All right. Coming in my other receiver, I went Devontae Adams here. It was just a wide receiver pay up pivot off of Stephon Diggs. This was another spot I liked Vegas. I even had Josh Jacobs in a little bit. I didn't feel comfortable full on stacking them, but I thought Vegas would perform well in this game, especially a game they had to win. Man, they couldn't stop. They couldn't fall to 0-4 to start the season. So I like some pieces of that Raiders offense. I didn't like the full stack though, but that led me to Devontae Adams here. Got him at 6%. He gave us 22 fantasy points. Finishing out my run back from that Chargers game, Brandon Cooks. Like I said, anticipating the Chargers being up. Houston had to throw a lot. They main receiver. Just give me Brandon Cooks. Self-explanatory. Got him at 8%. This is great ownership on this lineup. It just didn't work out the way I wanted. And then my big zero right here. Marvin Jones Jr. Man, I don't know what happened. Like I said, the total on this game fell, but Philly was still favored by a touchdown. So I figured Jacksonville would have to throw the ball. Then Zay Jones was ruled out right before the start of the game, so I thought that freed up plenty of more opportunities for Marvin Jones Jr. I felt like Christian Kirk could get some of that Darius Slate coverage over there, and he could really be hindered like the same way Slate hindered Justin Jefferson against Minnesota. So I figured Marvin Jones Jr. could see more looks. Didn't work out at all, man. He gave me a flat zero. I don't know what happened. Probably got too cute here. Maybe a galaxy brain overthinking it, but I thought it was a good spot in a matchup they would have to throw. It just did not work out for me. Marvin Jones Jr. right here with this flat zero. Terrible, terrible, terrible. All right? And like I said, that was my best lineup. So 170, man. I pretty much lost my shirt yesterday on DraftKings, but you're going to have days like that, all right? Let's get in and look at the winner. What's the three-way split? Safety Dance, Papia 27, and Daddy Irv. All right, let's look at. They all the same. So let's see Safety Dance. You see it, just a full-on game stack, just a full-on bombardment, man. One player not from that. Well, two. Eckler, Jacobs. Everything else from that Detroit game. They got Goff, Williams, paired them with Reynolds and Hawkins. Oh, man. I like, 9 out of 10, yes. If the game shoots out like this is going to be a very successful build. But it is rare, man. It's rare you're going to find 4 players from the same team that gives you a score you need to win. And then he ran it back with Metcalf and Lock. This is a full-on game bombardment, man. Hey, it worked out for him. I'm not hating at all. Hey, whatever works, man. I'm a fan of. Listen, it don't have to work nothing but that one time you do it. If it works and you get paid, congrats, man. So great job here. Like, I definitely not a lineup I'm going to play. So like I said, it's just certain days, certain slates with the way you build, with me, I ain't gonna say with everybody else. With me, the way I build and my process, it's just certain days. It's just certain slates I'm not gonna win. And Sunday was one of those slates because I'm never doing a full-on game stack like this, never. But hey, nice. Hey, it's a nice build, a nice win. Congrats to these 3 people right here. I mean, you see Jamal Williams. It's self-explanatory. I ain't even got to go into it. Just a full-on game bombardment. And when you got a game that scores over 90 points, this is what happens. This is the result. Congrats to them 3. Congrats on your win. Congrats to you if you was on Geno and Jared Goff. I just wasn't getting there, so congrats on your takedown, man. That's going to do it. See the lineup review. Y'all know, man. Any questions, any comments, concerns, let me know in the chat or hit me up on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. The link down low in the description, man. I told you if anything changes, I usually tweet out Sunday morning if something changes from the videos y'all seen that week, all right? That's going to do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto. Chances make champions. Y'all green up, man. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.